Hello, folks, and welcome back to yet another edition of the Bibbs Corner podcast. And I got the Justice League of movie review personnel on the call with me today. It's a momentous occasion, if you will. I've got all my frequent collaborators here in one spot for this review of the Batman. Um, let's just run down the list real quick. Tyler Lennon at Tyler_Lennon on Twitter. Recently did the Scream review with me. If you tapped in for that, definitely was a good conversation. We got into a lot of stuff. We went on a lot of tangents. It is what it is. Host of the Tyler Lennon Show and the Lennon Closet podcast. Tyler, how you doing?
Dude, I'm just hyped to be here, man. Thank y'all so much for having me, dude. I very excited for this.
Yeah, this should be a good conversation. Number 2 on our panel, Shad Miller, just collaborated with me on the Bel Air deep dive for the first 4 episodes. Host of Shad versus Smiles, the Uncool Urban podcast, at Shad SHAD Miller 13 on Twitter. Shad, how you doing?
I'm good. And you also know I got the wrestling podcast,
man. Look,
Taking the City Saints podcast. Boy, I stay working. You know this.
Don't say that. Never mind. I got you. Anything else I missed?
He said don't say work.
Anything else that I missed that you need to plug? Let me know.
This episode when it come out.
There you go.
And,
all right.
And then I got more. And then I got more after that. All right.
And you will be back for the next 3 episodes of Bel Air. It should be next week, I guess, right? Yeah. And then finally, last but not least, my co-host on the Mavs Outsiders podcast, host of the Mind of Reese podcast with Jerron and Derek as well, at Mind of Reese on Twitter, Instagram, or wherever you find content. Reese, how you feeling?
It feels good to be back. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Been trying to set some stuff up, but I've been kind of busy. As I heard Shad mention on the last Fresh Prince Bel Air review where he said, "Oh, Reese got a girl now. He got stuff going on. He got work." Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, why did my camera go off? Anyway, Reese. The last time you were on was actually on the Have You Seen podcast before I switched back over.
What did we review?
Was it? I forgot now. All of a sudden, was it Spider-Man?
It was Spider-Man.
Was that the end of December? Yep, December 29th.
It was Spider-Man.
Spider-Man No Way Home. So it's been almost 3 months since you've been on the podcast. Definitely glad to have you back. This is a big one, the Batman, and we're gonna try to keep this close to an hour and a half. I know, Reese, you got a hard out for you got to hit the streets. So let's get into it first. I'm not dropping the trailer. I don't need any copyright issues. Who wants to give a quick? I'm gonna put a timer on it. Synopsis of what happened.
If you need it quick, then it got to be me or Tyler, because Shad ain't.
No, me.
I've never done anything quickly in my life, so I'm out.
All right, Reese. It looks like it's on you, my man.
A quick synopsis.
I'm gonna set the timer for 1 minute. Synopsis without spoilers. So just tell us, what happened without spoiling anything. Good luck. Ready? You got a minute.
When does the timer start?
I just started it. Where you
at?
Right,
Shit.
let me start it over. Let me start it over. All right, ready? Go.
In year 2 of being the Dark Knight of Gotham, Batman is still seen as a vigilante by not only citizens, but of course the GCPD, except for one, Chief Gordon, who enlists his help in trying to track down the serial killer known as the Riddler, who seems to be taking out some of the biggest names and most important names in Gotham City. In the middle of this case, things open up, dark secrets come out, and the face and the legacy and the reputation of Gotham City is potentially changed forever. But will it change the Batman as well? Along the way, he comes across allies.
15 seconds.
And more. You know what? Fuck it. I should have just ended it at will it change the Batman? Let's end it at that. Cut this out. That was a good one. Fuck that.
I was sitting there like, why is he still talking after Will it change to Batman?
Right. I should have just left. I was still talking because I
was
still
like,
had
ooh,
more.
that was good.
Because I still had more time left,
Like,
but I was like, you know what? Nah, I should have just ended it right there. You know?
There you go.
Because you know what I was gonna say, just to be funny, I was like, Batman, Lieutenant Gordon, Catwoman, Riddler, Penguin. The end.
There you go. I was waiting for at least the Catwoman to be mentioned, but
that's what I was about to mention next. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just leave it.
They were all there.
I'm actually very pleased with that quick synopsis. You did a great job with that.
Charles Holmes, eat your heart out, motherfucker.
Let's go around the room real quick. Initial thoughts and impressions. Again, I'm setting a timer like a minute or two. I'm gonna do 2 minutes just in case. I know we long-winded a little bit over here. I'm gonna start with you, Tyler. What was your initial thoughts and impressions on this movie?
That's really tough to say. I came in with just like a ton of expectations, but tried to block all that out and just try to go in fresh and open-minded and everything. And from that perspective, there were a lot of things about it that I did enjoy, without getting like too into it, obviously. Just from like a cinematography standpoint, I thought it was as good as it possibly could have been.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot more that I do have complaints about with and stuff, but just initial, I mean, I enjoyed it and it's really pleasing to watch from that standpoint.
Okay. No, definitely. I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna go last. Shad, what you got? What were your initial thoughts and impressions after seeing the movie?
I'm about to disappoint everybody in the room by keeping this really, really short. But really what it was for me, I was very impressed that this was not based on an actual graphic novel of Batman. That this was literally just a reboot of what they thought they were going to do with Ben Affleck. I was very impressed by that part. So that's all I'm about to say.
Yeah, no,
see,
keep it. The less time we spend here, the more we can talk about spoiling and stuff. This is perfect.
So that's it. Yeah.
All right, Reese, what you got? Initial thoughts and impressions.
Initial thoughts and impressions. I thought this movie was fantastic, man. You know, I don't want to say I had high expectations. I mean, I did, but it was more along the lines of Tyler. Like, I had high expectations, but I didn't want to put too high expectations on this movie to ruin my experience. Because, you know, I think you mentioned that to me a few weeks ago when I was like, you know, I had real high expectations based off of a tweet. And, you know, I feel like the tweet wasn't too far off. But, this movie, I loved it, man. Like, fresh out the gate, I'm still in the honeymoon phase because I just saw it last night. So off the top of my head, there aren't too many issues I had with it. I'm pretty sure there's some issues I had that, you know, once we get into the discussions, I'll be like, yeah, I didn't necessarily like that. There's one thing, but for the most part, the good outweighs the bad. So yeah, I'm ready to get into the spoilers.
Okay, so I'm gonna put myself on the timer too, just to make sure I keep us on track. But initial thoughts and impressions, you guys know I don't watch trailers, or I try not to. I saw like some small clips, or I see like the beginning of a trailer and then turn it off or turn my head when this was coming out. So I was a blank slate coming into this movie. No expectations, no idea what to expect at all as far as the story or anything. I knew Catwoman was in it. That was it. So my initial thoughts and impressions are I was blown away. Like, this was an epic. Like, I love mysteries, so like this was right up my alley. It reminded me of why Batman is cool. It reminded me why I enjoyed the Batman stories, and I don't know, I had a lot of fun with it. It reminded me of a lot of those like gritty New York crime thrillers that everybody loves. So initial thoughts and impressions. Like, I would recommend this movie to non-superhero movie people. Like, it's that good. Any I don't think anybody disagrees with that statement.
Man, so thanks to the time length of this movie and how everything is literally explained. Yes, a non-comic book person can definitely go see this one. If they have questions afterwards, I'm like, that means at one point you were not paying attention to what was being said in this movie.
Right, like you didn't need to know any backstory or anything to enjoy this movie. Like, they tell you everything.
If you tap me on the shoulder and said Bruce Wayne was rich, I said, yep. Wouldn't even be mad at you. I'm like, I'm glad you were listening. Glad you paying attention.
Let me.
That he can afford to just go run around and be a vigilante. He can afford it.
Let me hit the I'm gonna hit the cast list real quick before we move into the spoilers because we knocked that out quick. Robert Pattinson is the Batman. Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle, aka the Catwoman. Hold
I'm sorry. I
yourself.
thought I was
Contain
muted.
yourself, brother.
I thought I was.
Hold on.
thought I was muted.
Hold on. Hold on. I had to unmute myself and say, "Hey, yo, chill, Reese. Hold on."
Jeffrey Wright is Lieutenant James Gordon. Collin Farrell is completely unrecognizable as the Penguin. Paul Dano as the Riddler. John Turturro as Carmine Falcone. Andy Serkis as Alfred. Peter Sarsgaard as District Attorney. Jill Coulson. Let me see here. Jamie Lawson as Bella Real. And that's all I really need to name, right? Is there any particular actor or character y'all care about that I didn't mention?
No.
No,
I think you really got the good ones.
You want to be random? Someone, the twins were
Man,
the twins were at the door.
We're not gonna worry about this win. So, star-studded cast. I think everybody came through. I can't think of a single performance that was wasted. So let's get into these spoilers, man. I know y'all are itching. I'm itching a little bit to get into these spoilers. Let's get it. Spoiler section. If you start to spoil before it's even time to spoil, we'll survive. Let's talk about expectations, whether they were exceeded or met in any aspect of the film, anything that caught your attention. Reese, we'll start with you this time.
Okay, so one thing I was surprised about is that they really got in depth and made the death of his parents part of the story. Like, usually we always see, his parent. We see it in every fucking movie at this point. His parents were gunned down. We see the pearls. We see the alley. Blah blah blah. Whatever. They didn't show it, but the impact of it was still there, and not the impact of him becoming Batman, but the impact on the overall story, the overarching story of the movie, the villains, how it was basically a domino effect from that point, even before that point, till now, and them uncovering the truth of the GCPD and the district attorney's office and, you know, all of that. So I wasn't expecting that. I had a feeling they would go in depth into Wayne's story because based off of the trailers, which now I understand why Bibbs doesn't watch too many trailers. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting the twist, or maybe I just don't remember her origin. But last time I checked, Carmine Falcone was not Selena Kyle's father.
Okay. So yeah, I could imagine if you're very tapped in, and this is why I think I personally probably enjoyed it more than I maybe would have if I was a Batman like super stan or something, because I don't know as much about the backstories as maybe some other people.
See, that's the thing. I didn't have a problem with it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah,
I was the thing as a comic book nerd, I was straight up like, okay.
I'm one of the people
because I'm not like, well, this isn't correct. Like I didn't do that through any of this. Like I already knew like this was basically Ben Affleck was the actual based on the comic book Batman. The Batman with Robert Pattinson is literally just a remake due to the fact that Benny Boy wasn't coming back.
Like I like these things. I like when they don't adapt directly from the comics or do the exact same thing as the comics. Like I want to see these directors, these creators' visions. I don't want to see a word for word, page for page adaptation. So
I think we've gotten to a point where the straight up adaptation is almost like not expected anymore. Like the content's been out there so long that you should be able to play with the stories a little bit.
Right.
Tyler, you got anything to add? Expectations, things that exceeded your expectations?
Yeah, one thing, like one of the big ones for me was, and I think just based off the trailer, based off it, which I was like you, I did try to avoid it, and I want to talk about that here in a little bit because there's one thing that pissed me off to no end about the trailer. But like with it being the Riddler, like yeah, it's supposed to be more detective Batman, but like I feel like that's a huge part of the comics, and like if you've played any of the Arkham video games, like a big part of Batman is he's a detective, but we've seen so very little of that or seen it done well, I feel like, in the movies. I feel like I have seen a couple of people complain this is just like a Neo-noir, I've seen people like it's a mixture of Zodiac and Seven. Like, well, that sounds dope as hell. Why would I not enjoy that?
Exactly.
So,
Right.
I was here for that part of it for sure.
No, and I was probably going to go along the same lines for what exceeded my expectations. You hit it on the head that, like I said, it didn't feel like a superhero movie. There wasn't necessarily a big action sets. There wasn't these over the top, eccentric villains and moments and stuff like that. Like the Riddler's a crazy person, but he's just a crazy person. Like that could have been any serial killer in modern times with a video camera, basically. And a following. So I thought it was well done. I didn't think they did anything too much. Even at the end with the twist, I believe that Reese is referring to. Oh no, you didn't refer to that. You were referring to the other thing. The other thing that I'll say exceeded my expectations. Zoe as Catwoman, I didn't feel like they did too much. I didn't feel like she overplayed it at all. I didn't think she
That's
tried
what
to be
I was
anything.
going to talk about with the acting.
Yeah, go ahead, get into it.
Oh man, Zoe Kravitz. Okay, so High Fidelity on Hulu. That was pretty good. That was the first time I've ever like seen her acting. It was like, that's pretty good. This is the second time. And if you look at her filmography, she's done a lot.
Yeah.
So the fact that out of all those times, she's only impressed me twice was something. So,
Yeah, she was an X-Men First Class, and that came out like 11 years ago, right?
And still, I was like, eh.
Yeah.
her Alexander Shipp in those X-Men movies. Ugh. But anyway, it's not about that. Another tidbit that's pretty funny is that it wasn't Zoe Kravitz's first time playing Catwoman.
Explain. Oh, the Lego.
She was Catwoman in a Lego Batman movie.
Zoe Kravitz was?
Yeah,
Yes.
Just top 4 on her filmography, actually.
I did not know that. I still haven't seen the Lego Batman movie, actually.
Of course I have, because like if it's about comic books, I always have to make my notes of the discrepancies of what was wrong with every single comic book movie ever made. Anyway, now Paul Dano, if y'all know him, in the movie, one of the prevalent movies he was in, I don't know if he called Daniel Day-Lewis before this, but he definitely was the Riddler, the Zodiac killer. Like, it was crazy because his character in There Will Be Blood was a preacher, and when I say he was almost preaching, he was almost preaching in this movie to his followers. It was absolutely bananas. Like, his acting was phenomenal, just like and There Will Be Blood. I'm gonna call you what you are. If you have not seen that movie, losers have not seen that movie. It's probably one of the best movies in the 21st century. In my opinion, and Daniel Day-Lewis is Daniel Day-Lewis in it. So you just got to go see it. Robert Pattinson also impressed me.
Okay.
With his acting, because I'm gonna be real with you, he's always gonna be Twilight Man. So
I don't know if he will at this point. I feel like he's
Batman now. He's Batman now. But the number one person, and I have said this to everyone so far, because I have not given any spoilers to the movie. I just literally talked about this one person. Jeffrey Wright as Lieutenant Gordon was amazing.
You know Jeffrey Wright's always going to bring it.
Jeffrey Wright has not failed me yet. I know if he's in a movie, if the movie sucks, I can at least lean back and say, you know what? Jeffrey Wright was phenomenal. I'm like, that movie was crap. The rest of those actors didn't know what they were doing. But that brother brought it. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things I really took from it, because when he took that punch to the face and they went up to to the tower where the bat signal is, he said, you could have pulled that punch. And Bruce looked at him and said, I did. I was like, dang. So you mean to tell me he could have straightened, just like broke your jaw? So yeah, like I said, and I'm a big cinematography nerd. If it's well done, like when he was running, like when he was in a club with the hoodie and stuff like that, all of that stuff looked amazing. All of it looked amazing. So Man, I'm trying not to get into too many spoilers. I want you guys to get into the spoilers, so
Okay, so
I'm gonna shut myself down right there.
All right, so let's dial it back. Let's go back to a couple things. The beginning of the movie, we are introduced. What the?
It's two shots in this.
I'm adding myself again. Just
right.
Be quiet. My computer's probably operating. I put my headset on and my mic.
We'll make sure we didn't have an echo, so we good. All right. The villain intro, I believe. Who's narrating at the beginning? Was it
I'm not sure.
The Riddler or Batman?
I think it's Batman. When he's
I
talking
also
about,
thought it was Batman, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think it was Batman. I didn't know if it was the Riddler and then they switched to Batman, or if it was Batman and then switched.
I thought it was the Batman
the whole time
narrating when he was talking about the bat signal, how they fear that he's lurking in the shadows.
That part I know was Batman, but the beginning where he's like watching the kid through the window.
Okay, yeah, I think that's Riddler.
Okay, all right, just making sure. So what did y'all feel about that introduction to the Riddler? Like straight off the jump, they just went straight to it.
I think that was a fantastic introduction. The shot of the mayor when he answered the phone and the Riddler is just standing there in the dark, in the fucking shadows, and all you can see is his eyes. I never thought they could make the Riddler feel so menacing and like this is like a goddamn horror film.
Yeah, I need Reese to finish this because this was what I've been telling people about the Riddler.
Like, bro, what? Like, I knew I was gonna like the Riddler coming into this just based off of the fact it's not the simple Riddler, it's not campy. I knew this is, in my opinion, the most grounded Batman film we've ever gotten. And their approach to the Riddler, fresh out the gate, just letting you know this is not the Riddler you think it is. This motherfucker is not here for jokes. These riddles are deadly. These are shit.
You ain't laughing at these riddles, boy. Riddle me this, you know what I mean?
Oh man, we ain't even been doing it for an hour and I messed up. Oh man,
keep it going, keep it rolling.
Yeah, like riddle me this. What happens when you stop breathing? Like
that's pretty much where it was.
And I said,
but no, like the sick part was that if you going in here thinking you finna get Jim Carrey's Riddler or the video game Riddler, you're in. Don't tell your kids that there's gonna be some guy telling silly riddles that a child can figure out. I mean,
hey diddle diddle. That's good.
They think for real. That's the kind of like stuff he was saying, but nah, they don't have it in this one.
Like soon as he got off the phone, he didn't even. I said, dang, he didn't even read to do the riddle. Like he just went straight upside his head.
But it was sick how the murder weapon was essential to the whole movie the whole time, and you didn't know it.
Right.
That was the sickest part of the movie. I was like, wait a minute. Because I knew what he hit him with, and I was like, wow. I'm like, did he just find that? Like maybe they was like, because they were kind of fixing around. Yeah, I thought they were fixing around something in the house, and maybe he just like, I'll use this.
I thought he just had a random hammer. I didn't even. I thought it was a notice
at first.
No,
I didn't even notice the part on the bottom. I didn't notice that at first.
Yeah, that's the thing. You
dropped
to pick up like the carpet.
Yeah,
and stuff like hardwood and stuff like that.
When it slipped out of his hand or whatever, and they put the camera on it, that's when like it should have been a clue that they wanted us to know what it was. Tyler, what were your thoughts on the introduction to the Riddler?
Yeah, I absolutely loved that intro for the main reason, because when I walked in, I was like, here we go for the 1000th time. I'm going to find out that Batman's parents have died, and I'm really going to hate this. I thought the intro was super dope. And maybe I think Reese mentioned earlier being like in a honeymoon phase. Maybe I'm still in that a little bit, but like people will for the rest of time talk about that intro to The Dark Knight because it's one of the coolest intros to a movie ever. I'm not saying this is that, but it does have that same kind of big feel where it was done really well. And then, of course, I guess we'll get into spoilers. You see a lot of the time I feel like it's way too forced that every Batman movie and every superhero movie in general, but every Batman movie has a real over the top, like, we're not so different, you and me feel to it, where this didn't feel near as forced, but you see just little parallels throughout the movie of like this intro scene when the first time we see Batman and Selena Kyle, you see that same view. And I thought that was really cool. Just little stuff like that I thought was really well done.
No, definitely.
Oh no, not Tyler thinking he was gonna come in to like some guy in a tight suit with the question marks on it with doing the cartwheels.
There was a little bit of that in my head. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, not Jimmy coming out of nowhere. I was like, Jim Carrey, you're about 60 years old, my boy. Come on now.
I have to say, because I think it was Reese mentioned it, him lurking in the shadows in the mayor's house. It reminded me of like the Night Stalker type stuff, because like he will walk up in your crib and just be in there chilling for a while, like waiting for you to be vulnerable before he could kill you.
I would not have put Night Stalker on my own, but like that's a really, really good comparison, I feel like.
Yeah, I just want to know, how dude even, how he get in? Like, we know he went through the thing in the goddamn ceiling. He know parkour, and we don't know.
You didn't think he was?
He did well. Capable? Well, remember when he did that, when he did the shooting of Falcone, he did jump out that fire escape and was like already halfway across the street.
Skedaddle out of there pretty quick.
I mean, look how long it took them to get up there. If we
they did take their sweet time.
It's called cinematic
movie magic.
No, it's called cops being dumb, because if 50 of y'all trying to get through one door, it's gonna take y'all longer to get up there.
It was so stupid because yes, everybody pointed. It came right there.
Why wasn't anybody like standing there to keep an eye on him? Like,
and they just stood there. Well, it came.
They
from
said
up there.
Nobody gets in, nobody gets out, but somebody got out. If y'all would have surrounded the building, and to be honest, the only reason he got caught is because he wanted to get caught.
Right.
Yeah, he said. I mean, he asked Batman to bring him to the light. Boom. That's all he wanted. He said, "All I needed was a light, bro, so I could see exactly what I'm about to."
Penguin said, "I didn't
between the eyes."
Penguin said, "I didn't shoot." Oh, that was great. We getting ahead of ourselves. All right. So the villain intro we've established was pretty epic. The Batman intro. So initially, we'll come back to it. The Batman intro, you know, the whole thing about fear, the bat signal, they don't know where I am. I thought that was brilliant myself. Just a stat, like it showed crime happening across Gotham, and from like petty crimes to big ones. And then the bat signal goes up and everybody looks at the sky and half of them just panic and stop what they're doing and flee.
Exactly.
Like, that makes sense.
The lovely part about that was very like crazy to me. No one ever called him Batman.
Ever.
They called him Vengeance.
Yeah. I noticed that too.
Movie.
They didn't call him Batman the whole movie.
Because who gonna call themselves Batman? It was goof. That
was beautiful. The only time he was even close to being called Batman was pretty much by the Riddler, and even then he only wrote it down. He never actually said it. And then like Reset was a cat woman when she said the bat and the cat. Yeah. So the fact that no one else called him that was pretty dope to me. That everybody just said, like, even when they were, oh man,
he introduced himself. I am Vengeance.
Yeah, I'm glad this is the spoiler section. But yeah, even when they were at the Gotham garden, she said, "You're Vengeance, right?" Like that's literally even your own quote unquote woman was calling you Vengeance. Like, this is wild. So yeah, like it was pretty cool that no one called him Batman, because in every other cartoon movie like that, Batman,
it's the Bat.
Exactly, and no one was corny and called him the Bat. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Dude, to that point, sorry to cut you off. If anyone's gonna play a drinking game with this movie, do not do it with the word Vengeance. You will be going to the hospital.
Everybody named Mama was named Vengeance near the end of the movie.
You won't make it halfway through the movie, to be quite honest.
Because because the sick part was everybody thought they were right. Which is real life crime and stuff like that.
I did love that scene though. Because when he was narrating it, he mentioned like it's a big city. I can't be everywhere at once, but he is everywhere at once. Yep. Because even when it's so much crime happening and he can only respond to one, that signal alone, and you can tell he's done a lot in the 2 years.
Right.
Considering, hey, when they see that signal go up, all they have to do is look in the shadows and they think he's coming. Just the fear of him possibly being there makes them stop whatever they're doing. One dude was so struck in fear, he got hit by a goddamn car. Like, so, and the guys he pulled up on had no idea who he was. They didn't even care about the signal. So, and I
they
wasn't
literally
expecting,
standing there looking at the shadow.
yeah, I
They're like,
wasn't
somebody
expecting that
coming.
scene to be that early.
Because he had them big heavy ass footsteps. Like,
yeah, facts.
He came in like, I gotta do the wrestling
the
reference
Timbs
for
on.
me
I
and
don't
Reese
know
right
what's
here.
going
He had
on.
the Nike boots on.
I gotta do the wrestling reference for me and Reese right here.
Oh, look.
He came out like the Undertaker, boy.
Facts.
Might as well had them bells going. Doom.
With the slow walk and everything.
Yeah. So, I think we established that was an epic scene. It set the tone for the movie, I think. And then, so let's get to the crime scene. The crime scene, Batman shows up.
I'll
You
make
need to
this
hit
well.
something on the intro.
The funny thing was, he actually was passing by other like smaller crimes.
Yeah.
He was speeding right by them. He was like, "No, there's bigger fit." When he said, "Like, yeah, I can't be everywhere," so he was kind of looking like, oh well, that okay. They're just robbing a bodega. Okay, they took by a few $100s. Okay, these guys are robbing a bank. I have to get over here. Look, that man can get that $200 back. They're about to take them for a few million. I think I should go over there first. So yeah, it was pretty dope.
Yeah, I'd like to point out on that intro scene though, again, like I'm trying to do as little comparing it to the Dark Knight trilogy or to other things as possible, but I feel like that did just setting up the world of Gotham, the way it looks, the way it feels, knowing how the smaller criminals feel. Like I feel like I don't know that we've ever gotten this much of that, and I thought that was really good because, like y'all mentioned, the first thing that struck me was when when it's in the sky, like literally. That's not, hey, Batman's coming. That's, I've got to stop on the off chance Batman is coming. Like, right. I need to stop what it is I'm doing.
Yeah, I agree 100% with Tyler.
No, exactly. And it like you said, it established that he's done a lot already. They know to fear him. They know he might bust you up pretty bad before he sends you to the cops.
The bat signal is basically, you sure you want to do this, big dog? Like,
because usually the bat signal
outside
up. And it's like you hear the and then he just shows up out of nowhere, and I'm like, how did he solve 5 crimes in less than 30 minutes?
Hey man,
like that's literally how they played it. That's usually how they played it in the cartoon.
I'm gonna let Bibbs go in his order, but you speaking on music, we gonna get to that, boy. Cause god damn,
if they played Ave Maria one more time.
The music, the music in this. Lord.
We gonna get there. So let's get to the crime scene. He shows up at the crime scene. He's walking through all the cops, and they do not like him at all. There was some tension all throughout the scene. Your boy Jeffrey Wright he's with me, and people, why is he touching this? Why is he touching that? Why is he looking at this? But he got all the answers for everything, and they still not trying to hear it. Because he wearing his goofy costume. How'd y'all feel about that that intro scene with him coming in, solving different little pieces of the clues that were left behind, and just the vibes of the cops just not liking him?
I liked it. I feel like Tyler kind of touched on this earlier, but I genuinely feel like this is the most. Well, it's obviously the most we've ever got of Detective Batman, but I don't ever feel like any other Batman movie gave us Detective Batman. He'd just be in the Batcave like, oh, I got to put these pieces together. Oh, I figured it out. Like, right. We don't see him on crime scenes a lot doing detective work. This is amazing. Obviously, the cops don't like him. It's year 2. He's doing their job better than they are. Most of them are probably corrupt anyway, so they don't like him. So that's expected. I like the tension between it. I like the fact that Gordon is really the only one who trusts him, and he's not the commissioner yet, so it's not like he has rule over everything. Like, right. You're basically putting your job on the line, trusting this guy.
I thought that was interesting too.
Yeah, I really like it. Was like he was going behind their backs.
I'm about to spoil the spoil. I'm about to put the spoiler of all spoilers
I'll
right
cut
here.
you off if I need to.
Well, no, if basically you can read this. I mean, this is really a spoiler, but I'm glad that they started him off as lieutenant because basically there's going to be more Batman movies, and he's going to gradually become commissioner. So he's going to be Commissioner Gordon at the end of all this. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely, that's what I was saying. Like, I definitely appreciate that they have him starting off. Like you said, I think he's Lieutenant Gordon at this point. And a lot happens in this movie that lets you know things probably going to change around there. Well, they're gonna have to change. Actually, I don't know why I said probably. A lot is gonna change after what occurred during this movie. Tyler, do you have any thoughts on that intro to the Bat?
Yeah, that scene specifically. Someone mentioned it earlier about how good of a job Jeffrey Wright did. I feel like one thing that people don't mention enough, like talking about, oh, no one can ever be Joker again because Heath Ledger. Like that's 1000% true, obviously, but I don't think people realize how good of a job one Gary Oldman did as Gordon, but two, I mean, Gary Oldman goes on to win a Best Actor, leading actor after that. Like Gary Oldman is great. So I don't think people realize how tough of a role that is to fill after that good of a job. And he did a great job, like starting from that scene and everything. I also did have some questions though, just some petty little stuff. Okay, I am never, how do I want to word this? I'm just usually not someone who's going to side with police, but I did feel like, now they've got some points. Were we cool with him just being on this crime scene during the middle of a murder? Like we're all cool with this, I guess, or... But no, I did enjoy that scene a lot.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know enough about the history. Like, is this the first crime scene he's been on like this? Like, there was something that was addressed to him technically on the crime scene. So I don't know if that gives him a good excuse. He was touching stuff. He was walking around with his big boots. Like
he was touching tons of stuff. He was not being smooth at all. He
said he's wearing gloves.
Thank you. I was just about to say that, Reese. That the funniest part is when Lieutenant Gordon looked at everybody and said, he's wearing gloves. And I was just like, okay. I was like, that's perfect.
Like ain't no prints anywhere.
He literally had Batman's back. But now the one thing I wanted to point out,
and you could tell he knew like there was a little bit of like, I'm doing something uncomfortable here. Like you could tell, even though he had his back, that he knew he was like putting himself at risk by having him there.
Because they didn't know Batman was the plug.
Exactly.
They didn't know, like, there's things that they didn't know that he would find out, that he would go to Gordon and tell him. They didn't know that.
So, and I appreciated that from, like you said, Jeffrey Wright did his thing. Like, he wasn't commanding people. He wasn't being a dick about it. He was like, oh, go ahead and get through this crime scene, but we might have to get out of here quick if they start really making some noise. I do want to point out one particular thing about this scene. When he sees the kid, and he kind of takes like a minute to like stare at the kid and make eye contact. Initially, I was like, why are we looking at this kid like this? Like, what's going on?
I was about to touch on that real quick.
Does come back later. And fucking we in the spoilers, right? This kid is the son of the mayor, or the son of the mayor who's just been murdered. And in that moment, he was relating to the kid because his father was running for mayor at the time he was murdered. So when you get that call back, I was like, okay, yeah, that made a lot of sense. And it also made sense that they showed the kid playing with his father in the very beginning of the movie because it adds some depth to the kid as well.
Like I went to see this movie with my cousin. He's older than me, and we were sitting together. And when Batman looked at the kid, I heard him say to himself, he was like, Robin. And in my head, I'm like, yo, we not fucking doing that. Like, that's not what this is.
This is going to be a spinoff to a Nightwing movie. I knew it. It's about time.
Like, I know Batman then taking in some young kids, but let's not go too far.
Yeah, a man that never sleeps and sleeps in the daytime is going to take a kid in. Yeah, you never have to go to school again, kid. I'm a billionaire. No one's going to bother you now.
And the good part is the kid's mom was still there, so we didn't have to adopting no kid.
Yeah, he was definitely going to be a ward at any point in this movie. But yeah, my thing was this. Usually when Batman, that's why I like the detective aspect of this. Usually Batman has like a million fancy gadgets. He pulls out cameras, he pulls out this. Like it's a whole bunch of things coming out. But this one simply just had his eye. Like he had a fancy contact that took footage of everything. Yeah. So basically he was just going by, I got this, and this. Okay, I'm going to go back to the lab and figure out what all of this means. So the fact that he was that cerebral was impressive.
To that point, do you think throughout this series, like we mentioned, like we'll see Gordon evolve, do you think we're going to see more and more with like the gadgets and technology and stuff? Because like you said, like this was like the least, especially coming from the Nolan trilogy where it was like a ton of that stuff. Do you think we're going to get more of it over time, or they're going to keep it kind of like simple, like bare like this was?
I think they're going to have progression. They have to have progression because this was very meat and potatoes. And I was thinking to myself, there's no way he could just keep kicking and punching people and just basically taking mental, quote unquote, mental images for the next 2 or 3 movies. He's going to have a little more help. He only had like a chopper, no, not a chopper, but a motorcycle and a car. He's going to need a little bit more.
I think they'll find a way to reach a middle ground where it's still as grounded as this was, but he still has more gadgets. He's not going to get any like outlandish ass gadgets where it's like, okay, I understand you're rich, but let's be real here. Like,
speaking of which, I'm glad the batarang was on his chest.
Mm-hmm. and he ain't
that
throw
impressed
it at
me.
nobody. He ain't throw it at
he
nobody.
literally used it
like twice. Right?
He listened, yes, and he used to open up something.
Right. To cut stuff, basically.
Yeah, behind the knife, and then he just opened up the crime scene and walked on in.
He really could have just stepped over, if we being honest. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna say all that tape, he literally could have just went over, but he said, "I have to use this batarang on my chest at one point in this movie."
Yeah, he was like, "I just need to make sure y'all know what this does, so when I use it later, that's what that was."
So it won't be hella random,
right? So you understand. What else do I have? All right, let's get to a character we barely touched on, Alfred. How'd y'all feel about my man Andy Serkis's Alfred?
He did a cool job. I feel like his role was minimal. I mean, he did a great job in his role. He served his purpose. Yeah, he served his purpose. He was basically there for the backstory, and to basically keep Bruce Wayne off the edge, so to speak. But yeah, he served his purpose. Good job by Andy Serkis.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad acting, but I was disappointed that this was the one Batman movie where Alfred was like almost obsolete.
Yeah,
it was like, why? Because he kind of, I guess that's why Bruce kept looking at him like, "Why are you here?" I mean, like, I'm good now. Like, all you did so far is give me some cufflinks and tell me every other night, "Don't die." That's pretty much what you've done so far.
But you can tell he took himself as a father figure for Bruce, and it seemed like Bruce did not appreciate that at all somehow. Until he had
how you lost. I mean, dude, how you lost your parents,
right?
Of course, I don't want nobody telling me what to do.
So
in his, because you look at how everything went down mentally, he's been alone ever since that day.
I was gonna say I made a note about Batman or Bruce in this one being emo AF, and then I realized he's always kind of been emo, but this one took it to the extreme. Like this is like why physical appearance and everything, because like the other ones were still like sexy Playboy James Bond types in public, but he was emo through and through. He was emo as Batman. He was emo as Bruce, like out in public. He had the hair hanging over his face and everything.
Look, hey Bibbs. This is why he's like the hottest cartoon character at Hot Topic, man. His shirts have always sold. You can get every exclusive Batman Funko over there. That's why he is like the Hot Topic king of comics over there.
He does wear black. He does wear black. Tyler, you have something you want to say?
Emo kids a superhero.
Well, dude, going into the movie, I had also made the same joke. I was like, dude, this is about to be emo as hell. But the more I think about it, like, dude, especially a Batman like in 2022, like, yes, that dude would have been emo as hell. Like, he just would have been. As far as Alfred goes, I also felt like this was by far the less like father figure-y we've seen him. And I made this note in the back of my head. You made it as well, so I'm clearly not the only one. But I was like, I wonder if that even like represents how much more like he really has been just alone this whole time. Like, even if Alfred was trying to be the father figure, if he didn't see him that way, finally Alfred just accepts it. Like, he literally was just straight up alone out here. And I feel like some of the things were too like on the head, but I thought that was kind of like subtle. Like, this movie doesn't excel in subtlety necessarily, but I thought that was kind of a subtle, like, okay, I get that. That's not a bad point.
No, 100%. I think they made that point well enough. All right, let's get to the first detective thing that goes down. Batman figures out the mayor's thumb was cut off, and we have our first little joke, if you will, within the crime with the thumb drive. How we feel about the thumb drive scene?
Is that the perfect level of dark and campy? Because I want it to be a little bit of both. And yeah, that's bad. That's really bad, the thumb drive thing. But it is dark and it is campy. And if we're gonna do both of those, like I can get behind that.
They had to give us some classic Batman to go with this new Batman.
Yeah, it gotta be some. I mean, that's still kind of in line with the Riddler. Like, thumb drive.
Here's a person's thumb.
But it's like psychotic humor. Like, bro, that's not funny. Like, what's wrong with you? But to the Riddler, it's fucking hilarious.
So, for Batman to say it all matter of fact, and then like I was about to say Commissioner, damn, Lieutenant Gordon to be like, like disgusted. That was perfect, because then he put the flash drive in. He was like, it's encrypted, and Batman was like, that's why we have the thumb, probably. And so he opens it up. We see the pictures with the lady, and we see the Penguin in the background. Let's talk about Penguin. I forgot it was Collin Ferrell. Like, I knew it was him going in, but I forgot it was, because I don't know what the hell they did with that man's face, but it did not look like him.
I'm going to compare it to another movie, House of Gucci with Jared Leto. It was the same thing. Like, you had to have looked at the cast to know that was him, because I mean, they like from the raggedy teeth to the walk. I was like, yeah, this isn't the Irishman that was causing all this ruckus back in the day. This is definitely not Collin Ferrell, but he was impressive as I'm gonna keep using my bad Batman, Cobblepot. He was good as good old Oswald. He played like, but I just was laughing because everybody was an Italian gangster in this. It took me talking about this. It took me talking about this now. I'm like, I had to lean back. I was like, his last name was Cobblepot, but he had like an Italian accent. Even Danny DeVito wasn't coming off with an Italian accent back in the day. So yeah, but if you're not going to compare the penguins, these are two different penguins. So don't sit there and say that the little one you remember as a child, that I believe what Michael Keaton had to face was better. So that's the one thing I liked about him.
Tyler Reese.
I thought Penguin was dope. Coming into it, this isn't a spoiler because we knew this beforehand. They will be doing a series on HBO Max with Colin Farrell's Penguin. Do I need 10 episodes of Mobster Penguin? I don't know, but am I going to watch it? Yeah, because like you said, like the one we got when we were small was like, or when we were younger was so like campy, so over the top, and like, nah, he can be just, this felt very like the show Gotham almost, like just a mobster, a normal ass person, kind of like I was here for it.
I love the Penguin in this. And to be quite honest, I did not know we were getting a Penguin series before literally just now when he told us. And I'm excited about that. I will watch 10 episodes of Colin Farrell's Mobster Penguin in the Iceberg Lounge with his Italian accent and his comedy. He was an amazing character in this for me. He didn't have too big of a role, but he did still play an important part. You could tell there's still more left for him to do, whether that's going to be just in the series or in the next movie or 2 movies, then we'll see, but I'm excited.
Yeah, his status changed throughout the course of the film. And I remember when the images were first coming out, or I don't know if it was a full trailer, but like pics came out at least, and people saw it and were like, oh, he doesn't look like the Penguin, blah, 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 blah. Look, man,
they wanted the stupid penguin hands and the nose. They wanted the cartoon / early movie Penguin. And that's why I was like, yeah, I liked him as it. I just was laughing because everybody was a mob boss in this. It was kind of wild. But the thing other than that, it was pretty cool.
They were kind of fake mob bosses, right? Like they weren't.
Everybody worked for somebody.
Yeah, they were playing the boss, but they weren't really the boss. And that worked for me too, because like everybody wanted to be the guy, but they weren't necessarily the guy.
I don't think it hit me so much until this conversation. Everyone was an Italian mobster, weren't they? Why did I not notice that until y'all?
I leaned back and I was like, Penguin. I'm like, wait a minute. He literally had the same name. He was Oswald Cobblepot, but yet he was talking like this. And I was like, what?
They didn't eat no spaghetti. That's how you didn't know. You didn't know because they didn't have the spaghetti with the
they might as well That would have just made it more. That would have made it super campy. They were trying to like get away from it. But
nobody's daughter was getting married or anything. So
I was going to say this, which is just odd. Speaking of the Penguin series, Max original podcast, there is a Batman one, and Jeffrey Wright actually plays the voice of Bruce Wayne. I'm going to keep connecting these dots here that everybody's had some kind of Batman-esque connection way before this. Okay. And that is another one for you guys. I'm glad that Tyler gave me that little segue to talk about how Jeffrey Wright is Batman / Bruce Wayne in a podcast.
Speaking of bats, there was a good bit of voyeurism going on with our boy. He sees Zoe Kravitz at the lounge. He could tell something's going on with her, so he follows her home and watches her through her window while she's getting changed and whatnot.
Can you blame him?
Didn't avert his eyes at all. Didn't he pretend to like avert his eyes?
Hey, he was doing it for detective work. I would have been doing it for detective work too, for scientific. You know what? I shouldn't be promoting stuff like that.
He was being very thorough. But then she changes into the Catwoman outfit, and he's like, she like me for real. Like, he was really feeling a connection. She
like Black and Leather too in the middle of the night. I like
all I want to say is, for years, for decades, for like 50 years at this point, everyone has felt like Batman has not had a superpower. I think we have finally realized Batman does have a superpower in this movie, and it's resilience, because the fact that he went this long with her throwing the cat at him and he did not take it, that is the most resilient man living right now. Because
you know why? Because he had to take the mask off.
Spoilers. I would have done it with the mask on. Spoilers.
Hey yo.
Spoilers. Spoilers. Since we already on spoilers, this is all I'm gonna say is, I understand Gotham was flooding, but I'd have had to worry about some other flooding. You understand what I'm saying? So Gotham would have had to worry about itself.
He said, "Let's dip." He said, "I got the bat boat outside. Let's dip."
Oh, man.
I need to fix another leak. Y'all worry about this one. All right.
Everybody getting capped. Everybody getting capped electrocuted.
That's my horny Reese segment. That's all I have to.
We can get back to saving the world in a minute, baby girl. Hold up.
Oh, wait. Oh, man. Speaking of the flooding scene.
Oh, man.
We're
not speaking of the flooding scene yet.
No. I'm just saying, speaking of, there's a character in this movie that was pretty cool. I hate that, the mayor. Who was she running against? Was it the mayor?
Yeah, she was running for mayor.
No, who was she running against? Was it the mayor that got killed?
Yeah, the guy that got killed.
Okay, cool. So I just want to make sure I remember that correctly. Yeah, but the fact that Anna Real got capped like that, and I was like, man, I was so happy for the character once they like announced, oh man, because then I had to look at her name. I was like, oh, she's supposed to be Afro-Latina. I was like, that's pretty cool. At least some more melanin in the movie. Then all of a sudden, bam! I was like, really?
I mean, she's not dead.
She survived the bullet.
I mean, yeah, because she got dragged. I know. I look in real life, the fact that she just say "ow," because they were dragging her like they were dragging her with that bullet.
No, we'll get back to that because that was one of the complaints I had. We'll get back to that after that scene. All right.
Like, I'm fine. Dude, they literally dragged you like by the wound.
So let's talk about the commissioner murder. What's going on with the news in Gotham City? Because they played a lot of that video.
First of all, this is the most
whole snuff
news. Y'all don't have to play everything. First of all, that the black lady that was on the news, isn't she an actual news anchor? Like, I've seen her before.
I did not confirm that. Now you got to put me on the spot. Make me look like I ain't doing my job.
I've seen her before. I'm positive of it. Like, I've seen her on the news before.
No, movie or in real life?
In real life.
Okay.
Yeah, in real life.
I'm trying to find her.
You're saying you think she's also like a news anchor in real life?
Yeah, I think she's a news anchor in real life. Like, I've seen
her. She's not recording on Batman.
I've seen her face before.
Dude, while he's looking that up, I have to mention though, like the points y'all are making are true, but let's not forget in the Dark Knight, CNN had like live in footage to the Joker just recording someone tied up on his phone. Like Gotham's
That's
been
facts.
reporting some wild news.
That's fact. That was taken to like the degree in this. Like every time something happened, Gotham News is like, well,
Cool
someone
stuff.
else is dead.
And
Here's
we're
the
just
video.
I'm gonna look at what the Riddler sent us. We're just gonna play it for you guys. You tell us how
Every
you
single
feel.
time they're like, we want to warn you, this can be graphic. Yeah, like the last 3
Exactly.
breaking news y'all had.
Like,
Like,
you just showed me a whole torture video. Like, what is going
facts.
Gotham News is just live leak, is all it is.
on? Like, we got to compete with these online people. We got to show the actual video. Like, we can't sugarcoat this stuff. Like, we got to make sure we get our clicks and views. Like, that was what I was like, are they going to like cut when they show his face? No, they showed the whole thing, zoomed in on it, rats on his stomach, all that. Like, I'm glad they
showed the
didn't show
whole
the actual
maze.
murder.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason I knew it was a maze, because they showed it so long. I was like, wow, okay. So he got the rats in the maze, and he done put something in the in the commissioner's stomach to make them like want to.
We know how it goes. They put they heat the box, and then the rats have to try to get away from the heat, and so they burrow through the body. Yeah, I'm glad. I thought they were going to show it for a second.
Wait,
like,
so what? Because I was confused when it first happened.
You didn't
so
know
what was it?
Basically, you put the rats in the box on a person's stomach.
So they had to run through the maze. Yeah,
the thing heated on the back end, and the rats will go towards away.
And
from
the opening
it.
was
they'll
his
burrow
stomach
through your body. Yeah, like that's the only way they're gonna get out. Like they're not gonna be able to get out through the box. The only way that they can get away from the heat is through him,
like inside his body. So wait, there was like a hole in his stomach or something?
No, they made one. Because they're gonna try.
Oh yeah, they chewed their way through. Wait, I thought they did something to his face.
They did both.
Yeah, they got out.
Shit.
Oh wait, was it 2 boxes? Was there like a tunnel up to?
Yeah, there was one in his face. There was
Yeah.
one to his face, and then there was one to his stomach.
Because I remember when they showed the picture to the penguin, he was like, "Hey, I don't want to see that." Like it was a picture of his face.
Yeah, because they had the maze up to his face as well. So that was So they went
What
to
they
his face too.
and when you saw like the maze for the second time with the code inside of it, the other part was on the other side of the room. Like that was just the main part was with the message, and the other part was on the other side of the room. So yeah, the Riddler was good. Yeah, golly.
I want y'all to know, literally during this conversation, I was just sitting there like, damn, Riddler was pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Me and Tyler sitting up there like, man, once I explained that, I was like, man, that is strategic. That is very cerebral. That is smart. Look at that. I had to lean back. I was like, wow.
I don't know. These notes are not making sense to me that I made. Did we know about the Riddler fans? Oh no, that was outside of the funeral. There were Riddler fans outside. That seems to be a thing that's happening a lot in these movies lately. Is they'll have fans of the villains like on the streets protesting and whatnot, or making.
I like how they did this one though.
Yeah,
like he literally had a quote unquote following. Like not just they were in the streets yelling as they were him. No, they were following his every move via social media.
Just like the movie or the show The Following, where the killer had like a literal like contingent of people that he could send out to do things for him. Like that was epic. So
Dude, to that point, I actually did see a funny ass TikTok yesterday or the day before, whenever it was, though, is like Riddler for half the movie. It's him doing his creepy riddle and shit. And then the second part of it is like, guys, we just reached 50K subscribers. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. And that's like, it did feel
That's really what it was.
He actually did say something like that in one of his videos, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It'll be funny. Like he is like, hey yo, follow me on Instagram at
like and
subscribe. Gonna get the best.
Promote the page.
No, literally after one of them, I made the joke to my buddy in the theater. I was like, y'all be sure to rate, subscribe, and review. I mean, that's what it was.
No,
if y'all like how I did the commissioner, you know what I'm saying? Tell me what you would have done. You know what I'm saying?
Drop it in the comments below. Who do y'all want to see next?
Oh man, that was great. Hold on, let me see. Okay, now Bruce Wayne shows up on the scene, right? He shows up at the funeral, and the same people that we just saw like hating Batman are like, oh my god, it's Bruce Wayne. I thought that was great the way they did that. Like the cop and everything. Like the cop that was the loudest cop on the scene that was like, why is he here? Was like, oh my God, it's Bruce Wayne when he saw Bruce Wayne. I thought that was great.
Dick riding.
Yeah.
Like
look what money will do. look what money will make some people do, man.
He hadn't said no words. He was down there looking super emo with his head down, like, oh my God, is that Bruce? It was great. I enjoyed that. Coulson was the one that got captured after the club, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they drove him in. They drove the car. I don't know how they get the car in there with all them people outside.
First of all, I was like,
all the steps.
I was like, okay,
if you listen,
I recognize this scene. Like, I recognize the scene from the trailer, which keep fucking saying this shit. I recognize, and I'm like, okay, I guess this is the part where the car is in the middle of whatever the place they are. First of all, sounds were going, like, people were screaming for minutes.
That's what I was saying. I was like, you could hear, like, right before the car went in, you could hear a car going really, really fast, and people are just screaming, getting out of the way.
But I'm trying to figure out why were people screaming for so long? Like, what was happening?
Because you see all them steps?
But, okay, so it took that long for the car to get up
all
the
them
steps?
steps and all those steps.
Yeah, it was a lot. Like,
it was revving up.
I don't know what vehicle that was. But I mean, it was a good ad for that vehicle if it made it up all them steps and like through crowds of people at the same time to then crash through perfectly.
So based on the way the news is, I'm pretty sure that's how they do car commercials in Gotham. They just show you going through crowds of people.
A lot of bullet holes today. Look at this. This is very resilient automobile right here.
It can go through. Anyway, I don't want to waste too much time with that. All right. He comes through with the collar from Evil Genius, the Netflix documentary with the bomb collar that explodes inward mostly. And they go through the riddles. 3 riddles, right? Hey diddle diddles.
Yeah.
Batman helps solve them. They're doing a live stream, like FaceTime live stream, if I'm not mistaken.
He was literally on like FaceTime.
Literally on FaceTime. Like, do you see the little bat in the little corner?
Yeah, he literally had the hand, like he had his hand up, like, this is the phone. Like, please answer the phone.
You can see Batman on the little image. Like, I was dying. Like, it was hilarious. But they solved the first 2 riddles. I think they solved the third one, right?
Yes, they did.
But the Coulson was like, oh yeah, I'm not naming no names. Like, bro,
no, they didn't name the third one because the third one was literally who was the rat.
Yeah, he wouldn't name him.
He said, no, I'm not going to tell you who the informant is.
He was like, well, I guess that's the end of me. I guess I'm about to get my head blown off. I was like, really? Death is better than admitting? Like, it's not even
actually
death.
What he said, too.
It's not even death. It's like, this is a sucky death. Like,
I'm not even going to lie.
At least you could try to fight the other one.
Nah.
No, he said.
I understand completely.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to die either way.
This death would be quick and easy.
In public?
First of all, there is no escaping. All the people that was under Carmine Falcone's thumb in that city, there was no escaping death. You weren't even going to get out of the city. So would you rather have this quick and easy death of just blowing up?
Is it quick and easy?
Because
whatever they were going to do is going to be way worse.
Way worse.
Because remember, this wasn't just like between Batman and the Riddler. This was streaming via the news and the internet. Saying.
Like, I'm not trying to down
there was literally no way for him to escape. So once he had dropped the name, everybody would have known. And like half the cops were on the payroll until you saw this certain part, spoiler alert, where basically Gordon looks at him and says, "Now everybody was on your payroll, huh?" So yeah, but the ones that were probably in that vicinity.
Okay.
And definitely
so he probably
wouldn't
have got out of there.
Yes.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't have got out of there anyway. Okay. I can mess with that.
Would you have rather went out like that or the box of rats? Because they could have went and got more rats.
You know what?
That'd be funny. That's funny if that was like the other alternative.
They probably would have done some torture stuff to him. So you might be wrong or something. Like if he made it out, like if a sniper on the roof that was a cop didn't take him out, like as he was being escorted out the building, he probably would have got captured by somebody and tortured. So yeah, you're right. I didn't know if he had a family or anything. I couldn't remember.
He did say that. Yeah, he said they would have went out to everybody that he loved
right.
to know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Y'all already mentioned the pull the punch scene after that because everybody was pissed because he was the DA, right, Colson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody's disgusted at this point that the commissioner's dead, the DA's dead, the mayor is dead, and now Batman's in the police station. Commissioner Gordon asks for a moment alone with him, tells him to fake punch him and dip out of there because he doesn't think Batman's gonna get out of there otherwise. He gets out and we see the Batmobile after this. How did y'all feel about the Batmobile intro?
It fit the aesthetic. It definitely did. No fancy gadgets, no, nothing. Just nothing.
Just American
just
muscle.
Just a very fast automobile. American muscle. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I feel like this version of Batman, this version of Bruce Wayne, like Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne needed a Lambo. He's like, I don't care what it looks like, honestly. The more time we spend making the car look cool, the less time I can be spending solving shit. So just give me a car. I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Like you knew it was powerful.
I'm still laughing because the car was like under the sheet at the beginning of the movie. I'm like, why is that regular black car? Like, who's coming down there with you, dog? Like, who knows you down there besides you and Alfred?
Like, I just when he first got into it during the bus, when he revved it up, I thought it was like malfunctioning. Like, I didn't know he was trying to scare him. I was like, oh shit, this shit don't work. Like,
you thought
when he tried to, I thought he tried to pull off.
Lemon.
I thought he tried to pull off, and it just stopped. And I'm like, oh shit, this shit don't work. But no, he was just trying to scare him. But it was cool though.
You thought a billionaire didn't have no gas?
Hey man, look.
Call AAA. What's good?
The gas prices these days, he probably didn't.
Okay. After this, so I think. Trying to remember. Okay, after this,
I said this when he found out that he was
the Riddler. The Riddler knows who he is, right? Because they went to the orphanage?
Yes.
And they walk through and they start reading the clues, and then Batman realizes he's talking about him, or Bruce realizes he's talking about him. The Riddler
sins of the
Batman.
father.
Yeah, and he tried to kill Bruce. He sent the bomb package to the crib. Alfred picks it up. Alfred opens his mail. I don't know if this is normal activities for Alfred, but
it should not be.
He opens his
Bruce
mail.
Wayne's never once opened his own mail. Let's be real.
Yeah, it was like he don't got time for all that.
Fair enough. So he opens the package. He sees, for Batman's eyes only, or something like that. I think the package says to Bruce
for
Wayne,
the Batman. All of them said the same thing.
On the inside, it said for the Batman. I think it said Bruce Wayne's eyes only, and then on the inside, it had the note that said for the Batman. And then he realizes it's a bomb. Tosses it, manages to survive barely. My question here is, all of his other attacks have been up close and personal. He captured everybody. How do we feel about that one suddenly being a distance attack, passive bomb attack?
Okay, I'm gonna say this first and foremost. That must have been the most sturdiest, most fireproof desk in the world, because that's all he did was jump behind that desk, and he survived. I was like, man, where'd that desk come from? I need that. I need that desk.
I think this one was not as close up because, as they mentioned, no one sees Bruce Wayne. Like, he rarely ever makes an appearance. With these other guys, like the DA, he's right across from the Iceberg Lounge. He knows that guy goes there all the time. Right. The mayor, you know where the mayor is. He clearly he was scoping the place out, right? So he knew how to get in and out. The commissioner, they mentioned, he goes to the gym every single night. He likes to work out when nobody else is there. It's easy to catch him. Bruce Wayne is out every night as Batman, and nobody knows. Like, that's the only time he's out, but people don't know it's him. For all everybody knows, he's in the house sleep all the time. Like, nobody can ever find this dude. So he probably said the facts. So
okay, I can get on board with that. Tyler, you have any thoughts on that one?
Well, my question is, Bruce Wayne's a billionaire with a beat. Can you just male billionaires' bombs. Like this version
No
of
one.
Gotham
Yeah,
City
that
would
was the worst
thrive.
USPS ever.
This version of Gotham City would thrive in the eat the rich era. Like you could just mail people bombs, I guess.
I gotta. Yeah, since everybody's angry in Gotham, I guess even like the mail, they just like pass it along. They don't care what it is.
Right? They're not even checking. They don't care what
they scan that or nothing. Yeah, like it was actually mailed. Like it wasn't stuck in his mailbox because it had all the postage and whatnot on it. So yeah, I don't know how that happened.
To your point about this being a further away attack, am I overlooking this, or do we think in the slightest he would know Bruce Wayne's not opening his own mail? I'm going to get somebody close to him, and that's going to bring him to me. Like, do we think there's any level of that, or do we just think it was a far away attack?
So I think it was just a far away attack person.
Yeah, at the time I wasn't sure. And then by the time you get to the end and the conversation they have, it makes it seem like he didn't want him dead.
Right.
But he also didn't make it clear that he didn't think that he would be the one opening the mail. So it kind of that part was kind of questionable. That whole thing was kind of questionable. Like,
I mean, when he went to visit him, he did say except for one, we didn't get Bruce Wayne. We almost got him. So clearly he was trying to get Bruce Wayne.
Oh, fair. See, I would have went with the argument Bibbs was making. My argument was I don't think he wanted him dead, or not then anyway. But maybe you're right.
Yeah, he might have been trying to kill him. And then that would have also exposed that Batman was Bruce Wayne. Or it could have. Alfred probably would have covered it up.
Yeah, he probably would have covered it up.
But
I think if anybody would have figured that out, Gordon would have figured it out.
Yeah, Gordon would have been the one to figure it out.
Yeah.
So he probably wouldn't have said anything though. So with that established, let's get to Catwoman and Batman.
I got about 14 minutes left too. Maybe
I got
20.
you. I'm on it. So Catwoman, she steals the kiss from our boy.
That would have been it for me.
Would have been out.
Ended credits.
You know what? I ain't even think about
motorcycle side by side.
We ain't got to fight this crime no more.
Credits. The Riddler wins.
What is crime? What is crime anyway? You know, but
I was saying, like,
remember,
you don't have
like
to.
In most Batman movies where they like take the like hack it or something to the bat signal. That would have been reset. I would have just started hacking away. Like, you don't need me anymore.
So if I have to leave and y'all keep it going, that's okay.
I got you. Yeah, we're getting close to the end. So Reese, you already established how you felt about that. How do we feel about Catwoman deciding that Batman, she needed to make that move on Batman? Personally,
I mean,
did it fit with the rest of the movie?
Not necessarily, because this Catwoman hasn't really established herself as like a seductress. Like, she hasn't really played that role with Batman. So the kiss did seem kind of out of pocket, but not really, because there was a bit of sexual tension. But what
you
fuck?
Did not see her in the club.
I mean, that's most.
He saw her in the club.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's why he was up there following for research.
I mean, touche.
Cause she had the hips hipping, you know what I mean? Like she was moving them hips with that corset, man. So Absolutely. He was like, "Yeah, I need to see what that's about." So
he ain't go through with it. Goddamn.
He had a curiosity.
He had to keep a clear mind.
Thing that they also kept in with Selena Kyle was that she's bi, because that's what she kept calling. That's what she really was looking for, old girl. Because
I have to.
She kept calling her baby.
I have to talk about that. She kept calling her baby, and he was not acknowledging that at all.
He did
not care.
He was,
because he's like,
he kept saying your friend.
So
he kept saying your friend.
Yo,
like,
if we're being honest, he did not care that girl. He did not care that girl was missing.
He did not care at all.
He did not care,
because every time she said, "We're doing this to find my friend," he's like
"Yeah, so Riddler."
Your friend made some bad choices.
We back to Cobblepot and Riddler. You know what I mean?
Hey, my problem, Playboy.
And all he did when he found out what happened was, oh my God, he choked her to death. Anyway,
first of all, he ain't even say that. Gordon said that.
Gordon said that. That's what I'm saying. He was like,
when they were at the bus and she opened the bag and saw her body, did he even react?
No.
Nope.
He was like, damn, that's tough.
He said, where is the he almost did one of these. Where is the Riddler?
This ain't no bag of money. That's interesting. Let's keep it moving.
Yo, no lie. If she'd opened that bag and he'd have said, "That's not money,"
You told me money was here.
You have any thoughts about any of this?
Dude, one, I've just been laughing this whole time. My only two thoughts are the hips were hipping and damn, that's tough. That's
See.
Fair enough. All right. So in this portion, we get some Riddler stuff. We find out that Batman's mom was a bit unstable. Spent some time.
No. We found out she is not a Kane. She's an Arkham.
Oh yeah. And his father was dirty.
I don't think. I mean, that's what they wanted us to believe.
Right. So that's where it came out. Like, he finds this stuff out about his family. I don't know if he knew these things, right?
No, I don't think
it was kept away from him.
No, he didn't, because Alfred was kind of like, dang, I didn't want you to know like that. They was sitting there like, dang, fool, I didn't want you to know that.
Alfred was like, dang, he told you that?
For real. He like, look, he rolled right back in the bed like,
I don't think it broadcast. I think
no, it didn't.
Broadcast. I think it just broadcast to him.
Oh no, they found it on a video.
Yeah.
What they did was the only thing that actually did show was the quote unquote mayoral ad. Now that was everywhere, but the actual personal stuff, no, that wasn't.
Okay.
Because then everybody would have known that Bruce Wayne was Batman.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they would have known he was Batman.
So at this point, he finds out about Falcone being the person who was hired by his dad, right?
Right.
To
keep the guy quiet.
It gets a little mixed, but he was hired to keep the guy in line. Falcone kept him dead. So
he kept him in line, all right.
it wasn't necessarily what the father asked.
No, my bad. The mayoral commercial was very viral, so all that stuff about his family did come out.
Okay, I thought so.
You're right. Yeah,
so they did put that out for everybody to see. And so
I don't think they did put that out for everybody to see.
I'm pretty sure.
I also didn't think they did.
That commercial. No, that commercial did come out like with the whole
commercial about him like at the orphanage giving a speech. That was live, but what him and Gordon went to see when they revealed everything about
his family.
Well, no, I'm talking about when he was in the Batcave and he saw all of that stuff.
Was he in the Batcave?
I think he was in the Batcave because at first,
no.
This was when they went to Riddler's house, wasn't it?
This is when they went to Riddler's house. Yes, that was the encrypted video.
All the cops saw it, at least.
Well, everything they saw at the orphanage, I believe that was put out to everyone. I think when they say they're going after, he says he's going after Bruce Wayne. When he said he's going after Bruce Wayne, I think that was out to everyone.
That definitely went to everybody.
When he was in the Batcave and he saw everything about his parents' history,
that wasn't the Batcave.
Where was he at then? Because I could have.
That was Riddler's house.
They were at the Riddler's house.
Like I said, that commercial was shown. That was the encrypted video.
Yeah, that was. They found it on his computer. They couldn't get in. No, wait, no.
That was before that.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. That was his third. There was a third scene with some encrypted stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move forward because I'm trying to get you to at least the most important stuff. Let's see. So Falcone tells Bruce the story about Maroni killing his parents. Batman or Bruce or whatever you want to call him confronts Alfred about the lies about his family. Alfred tells him he thinks it was Falcone that killed his parents, not Maroni, and it would make sense for Falcone to lie about that. Do we get a definitive answer? We don't really get a definitive answer about who killed his parents, right?
Yeah, we don't.
Because even Alfred says,
because even Falcone is like, you don't want to know that.
But I feel like they're telling us, yeah, it was Falcone, but we don't know.
We can't really confirm.
He had help. Evidence. He may have had help. He may have just been him.
Okay.
Let's made it kind of seem like a bad drug deal went bad. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how they made it sound. Like they capped his parents simply because it was the Waynes and Falcone and everybody was just involved in this.
Maybe it was a situation like Falcone where Falcone hired someone to keep them quiet, got quick with the trigger, pulled it. couldn't just kill one of them, so you had to kill them both.
Okay. Yeah. Because I think Alfred says, I think it was Falcone, and he was like, it could have been some random person on the street too.
Right.
So even he pulled back instead of, because he knew what would happen if he just said, yeah, it was Falcone.
Right.
So he had to put some doubt out there in the world. I have a note here, and I have no idea what this is referring to. I have the note "fight in the dark." Where was this?
Bro,
at?
Dude, if we're talking
actually fought in the dark,
yes, there was a fight in the dark, and like all you could see was the gun flashes. I can't remember where that was.
I also wrote
that was
down.
at the garden. That was at the garden.
No. That wasn't
before the garden.
This is not the one where like he opened up the smoke and then like.
No.
Okay.
No.
This is the other one where
I know what scene you're talking about, and I'm trying to freaking
Tyler. Anybody?
That literally one of my favorite scenes of like in years. I thought just the way that was shot, it's pitch black. All you can see is the gunfire, but because of the gunfire, you can still see the entire.
All you can hear is him fighting.
I'm not gonna say this very often, but that shit was perfect. That was.
I'm trying to figure out where he was.
It reminded me of the animated series.
It wasn't the club. Where was he?
Okay, was it not the club? Because I also have it written down pretty close.
I think it was the club. When he shut
down.
It was the club.
No, it was. It was the second time. It was the second time he was at the club. You're right.
Yeah, because he shut down. Yeah, he shut the power.
Yeah,
he came back in. Yeah, he came in with the hoodie, and then he changed into his fit.
Yeah.
The note I wrote down literally says nightclub fight sequence ... Holy fuck. That is what I have written down. That's how I felt about it in the moment.
He was getting busy in that one.
What's so sad about us like trying to figure that out? I literally brought that up way earlier in this when he had the hoodie on and he was in
you mentioned the hoodie part. That's the only reason I remember that was connected. But yeah, he was getting busy in that one. I love that fight scene. Like again, I mentioned there wasn't much over the top action, and even this wasn't over the top. It was just well shot. Right, it was beautiful.
It was perfect.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite scenes in the movie. So then we get at this point Riddler's in jail, and
no, he's at the asylum. He's
asylum, hospital, Arkham Asylum.
Well, you kind of skipped two things.
What did I skip?
You skipped us finding out that Selena was Carmine's daughter. She pulled up.
I didn't care about that.
Well, you skipped Carmine dying.
Yeah, you put
That's pretty big. I'm not gonna lie.
Carmine Falcone.
He didn't die right there.
Yeah, he died before Riddler killed him.
Yeah, he popped him.
I didn't make a note about. Oh shit. Oh, so yeah, they went. That's why he was at the club. I was right. It wasn't adding up.
If our cameras on me and Reese would have been looking at you crazy.
The fight scene was so dope. I didn't care about anything else that was going on at that point. So they were going in to get Falcone at this point because they realized a bunch of stuff about him. They bring him out. I almost started singing "Bring Him Out." They brought him out, and he's talking all kinds of stuff about people. Penguin pulls the gun out on him, but then a gunshot goes off. We've already talked about this scene. Gunshot goes off. Penguin was like, "Hey man, I didn't pull the trigger," and then they realized a shot came from up above. They all turned their backs on what was happening. Nobody keeps an eye on the window apparently, or maybe he went to another side of the building. I have no idea. Somehow he skedaddles up out of there and goes to a diner. They tell him some lady
going back to Reese saying, was he like this parkour expert? Because he shot that shot and was gone.
I mean, it was a separate window.
Okay, he went to like the other side of the building, probably, right?
Yeah, because when Batman went up there, he looked out the window where he left, and then he went to the other window where the gun was. Where the gun was, and it was like, he's been here this whole time. Like, yeah, he's been across from the iceberg this whole time.
Right, he's been watching everybody going in and out. So, with that said, so he goes to the diner. He waits for him. He has a little question mark in the coffee cup. He's at Arkham Asylum. Bruce goes to talk to him, and he gives a little speech. And in that speech, he says, we were such a good team. I needed you. I was the brains. You were actually doing stuff on the ground. Like, he legit thought.
I'm laughing because
he looked at themselves as partners.
That man almost got through that. Glass. When he was punching that glass, it was a few cracks, and I was like, "Oh man, he got to wring his neck."
Yeah, so he basically is that, like, you could tell he legitimately felt like they were partners, like,
which makes sense for a psychopath.
Because do they show the flashback photo? That fateful night,
he was there. He was in the choir singing Ave
And
Maria.
Ave Maria for like the 50th time in this movie.
Honestly, in this scene, I think, I mean, they do it very well. I guess people could take it how they want, but I took it as they almost swerved us into thinking, hey, the Riddler figured out he's Batman, but he didn't.
Exactly.
He thought Batman. You could see the look on his face. He was like, "Oh shit, this guy knows who I am. He's about to reveal it." He keeps saying, "Bruce, the camera is on."
Sure.
Yeah, and then he's saying, "Bruce, that was the last one. We almost got."
And
him."
he tried. He tried his hardest not to actually look and acknowledge who he was.
Right.
Right. Like it's like the look of relief on this motherfucker's face.
Yeah, because we thought that he knew all the way going back to the bomb scene, right? Because initially when I saw, you know, the envelope said to Bruce Wayne, and you open it up and then it says for Batman or to the Batman on the inside. For some reason, initially I was thinking he knew that Bruce was Batman. But then later I was like, no, he left a letter for the Batman at every crime scene.
Because it was fireproof. So basically,
exactly. So it was like after I killed Bruce. Yeah, after I killed Bruce.
Literally every other crime scene would have been the same way. It would have been addressed to whoever, and then inside it would have said to the Batman.
Right.
Exactly. So like after this scene where it's revealed that he didn't realize Batman was Bruce, I was like, oh, the fireproof. That's why. Okay, like it registered.
Yeah, because if he wanted to get Bruce Wayne but wanted the note to stay intact,
exactly,
that wouldn't make sense. So
exactly. Yeah. So it did register. He did not realize Bruce was Batman, and it registered for Bruce at this time as well that he didn't realize he was Batman. So,
which I mean, honestly, wouldn't make. I mean, the dude's smart, but how the fuck would he figure that out? Like,
exactly. Like nobody would have thought this reclusive billionaire or whatever was out here on the streets punching people. And they would have had no basis for knowing that he was even capable of that, because the last time they really saw him was when he was a goofy kid,
right,
whose parents got murdered. At this point he mentions, you know, we're gonna watch this last part together, and he talks about his big plan, which I know you got to get up out of here, Reese. The 7 vans on the waterfront, I believe. The water wall, I can't remember how it was described, but he basically blew what was holding the water from coming into the city up.
The levees broke.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And flooded Gotham. And then he even broke it down to where everybody's gonna go to the Gotham Garden, which I died. The Gotham City Garden.
Yeah, that was that if there was never a hint that Gotham is New York, that's the biggest one we've ever got.
I was like, I thought they were. I thought they were
Times Square, the whole thing.
Times Square too. I was like, I thought we were supposed to pretend Gotham wasn't New York, but they just laid it all out. They were like, forget it.
I mean, this Gotham did look less dirty. So,
I mean, I have some thoughts about New York. Anyway, let's see. I know you said you got a dip, Reese. I'm not gonna hold you.
Not once did Batman say it stunk there.
That's true.
Yeah, I know we close to the end, so I'm gonna stick around.
Okay, cool. How'd y'all feel about the flood? How'd y'all feel about him recruiting the active shooters to show up at the garden to start clapping people? What was your thoughts on that major? For me, it was a major surprise, because at this point he had been targeting individuals of power. Now he's like, we're gonna get the new mayor, and then we're gonna just kill a bunch of other random people too.
It was
He had to be the best influencer in the world.
But the thing is, like, I think the plan to flood the city was pretty fucking sinister, to be honest, but very genius. But the plan of having all this social media following, it's very accurate. Like, in times like this, and it's one of those villains where he's doing everything wrong, but he's not wrong. Like, he's not taking out, for the most part, he's not taking out innocent people. He's taking out dirt. Yeah, till here, he's taking out dirty cops, dirty people who are corrupt. And the way people are nowadays with how people don't trust the government and, you know, conspiracy theorists, they would 100% be down for some shit like this. Like, if they see a guy is actually doing this and is working and he's not getting caught, they would 100% be down for the cause. Some shit like this could actually happen.
Yeah, I could 100% see, like, Christopher Dorner. I hate to bring it up, but
Yeah.
when he started on his rampage and his manifesto came out, there were people on social media rooting for him.
That's facts.
Like he wasn't killing real people. Like regardless of how you feel about police or whatever, that was some sick stuff. We've seen it. We've seen it
David
live.
Koresh and all types of stuff like that.
Yeah, like we've seen people gain power and influence over others through whatever. And so, yeah, this definitely made sense that people will follow his cause and want to be part of it. You see them meeting each other at the top of the garden. Don't ask me how they got in there with all that artillery.
No idea.
But they did, and they were up there, strapped up.
You know what's so sick? They were actually talking about it. They were talking about where Riddler got his. It was so funny because, like I said,
you can see the like chat,
like regular. Yeah, they were treating this like regular social media. They were talking about where he got his jacket from, and I know exactly where we can get this.
I was like, the military surplus has them. Like, yeah,
they were talking like I said, he's like the best influencer of all time. He just wasn't serving like flat tummy tea or nothing like that. It's kind of crazy.
I thought it was cool because they had the video and then you had the chat on the side for the people that were his followers, and you could read. They gave you time to read all the messages.
Yeah, they were planning this.
So I thought that was great. I thought that was great, like with the movie, because a lot of times movies will do that and they'll give you like 2 seconds to read what's on the screen, and then like you have to read an article afterwards. Somebody got a screenshot, but they actually gave you time to read the comments so you can see, oh, I got my bullets from here, I got the gun from here, the jacket from here. Like you can see the conversation that was happening between all the other like disciples.
Before I give my last spoiler, who stayed all the way past the credits?
I did not, because
I was told not to.
I knew what they were going to show. I wasn't interested.
Okay.
I was told not to.
Okay, so I'll save that for myself at the end.
Let's talk about this. So Batman comes in on the active shooter. Bella Real gets shot in the stomach. At first she was hurt, then magically she was fine later. We're not gonna talk about that right now. But Batman gets the shotgun, the pump, I guess, to the chest, and he was hurting. He was holding on by a thread. Catwoman comes through, pulls him up. They have a moment. Reese said he would have forgot all about Gotham in that moment. It would have been some.
Oh no, I'd have forgot about Gotham way before that. But yeah.
It would have been some rattling at the top of the arena while people were dying. But then Batman is barely able to move. He pulls out the juice.
I feel like that's a hint at somebody coming in the future. I don't know. Man.
He juices himself to be able to help his woman after she's getting beat down. How do we feel about the bet? You said it was a hint.
I feel like that might be, I might be reaching, but I feel like that might be a Bane hint. And if this stuff,
you're telling me that Bane is cool.
Yo, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I feel like that's not just a random thing. Like that stuff is out there now. We know that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Tyler, did we lose you? Are you good over there?
No, I just wanted to ask, with the way Hall of Fame voters vote now with the juicing, is Batman going to have an asterisk by his name, or does he get in?
Oh my God.
Not Batman Bonds, you know what I'm saying? Batman Conseco out here.
Oh man.
I apologize.
No, you're good. Man. You're good. He ain't got no abilities, man. He got to do what he got to do to get through these fights. Like I'm giving him a
little
pass.
Pick me up.
I'm giving him a pass personally. Like
to be quite honest, he really, in the grand scheme of things, didn't have to do that because Gordon was like 10 seconds away. He could have shot that dude, but
he really could have. He was beating the mess out of that dude. He was about to crush his skull, but was fortunately pulled off. All right, let's get to some extra stuff. Soundtrack. I feel like Reese, I feel like you had some thoughts. I personally, I was kind of feeling it. Besides Ave Maria playing every 10 minutes, I was kind of feeling the soundtrack. I was kind of feeling the emo backdrop.
That goddamn music. Chase scene with the Penguin, Michael Giacchino. Kudos to you, brother. You killed it on this 100%.
Dude, I wanted to mention that scene. We skipped over it. That literally, I wrote my notes. That aside from the scene we mentioned earlier in the dark, I thought that was perfect. The score was amazing, but it does go back to that thing about avoiding trailers. That's in the trailer. That whole scene where Penguin's looking in the rearview mirror, there's fire, the score's playing. Why the hell is that in the trailer? That's the coolest scene of the whole movie.
Yeah,
they really put that whole scene in the trailer?
Basically.
Yes.
Oh, they're dumb. Oh man. See, this is why I don't watch trailers.
Thank you.
I literally had an epiphany.
Thank you, Bibbs.
In the
That's
theater.
why I didn't watch the trailer either.
I literally was like, this is why Bibbs doesn't watch trailers.
Oh man, that would have ruined that for
everybody and their mama asked me, you have not seen the trailer? I said, nah, all I saw was the posters. Never saw a trailer.
That would have ruined.
I didn't. That would have ruined
that, because that scene was intense. Like I was like, they were on the wrong side of the road at one point. I started thinking, like, how do you even shoot a scene like this?
Right.
It looked like they were legit on a highway. Like sometimes you could tell in a movie where like they staged it and all that, but this felt like a real highway. I was like, this is crazy.
Now that's literally probably my favorite scene of the entire movie. That and like the one we mentioned in the dark with the gunfire. Those are probably my two favorite scenes, and you put all of that in the trailer. I don't understand.
Did they? Oh man, that's tough. Yeah, I feel very justified in not watching trailers. Thank you for bringing that scene up, because I did skip over it because I probably was so enraptured in it.
I will say that the score throughout the whole movie is just great, but in that scene it was perfect. Like I love the score throughout this movie, but especially during that scene, I thought like that was as good as this is getting.
Yeah, Shad or Maurice, you have any other comments on the music? All right.
On the music, no. It was really just that thing that I want to touch on.
All right, two more things. At the end, when our boy is in Arkham and a neighbor reaches out and he extends the olive branch through Riddle. The less of them you have, the more one is worth.
Can I rant before I get up out of here?
Please.
This is my Bibbs knows this is my moment when I get close to the mic, so I just
you gotta rattle the mic a little bit. Go ahead.
Can we please get through a fucking Batman movie or a fucking Batman trilogy without even hinting at the fucking Joker, bro? Like, we just had a Joker movie. This movie was perfect. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
It's almost on the level of bad as every Spider-Man movie. You know who gonna get capped when they say with great power comes great responsibility.
Like, yo, when I say going through this movie, I was like, oh my goodness, this movie's on the level of The Dark Knight at this point. Like, I'm not saying it's better, but if somebody wanted to make the argument, I'd be like, I completely understand. Then y'all had to go and do this. Y'all could have left it alone. Riddler could have talked to anyone else. He could have been in there talking to Harvey Dent. I'd have been completely okay with that.
That's who I thought it was going to be.
No,
I thought it was going to be Two-Face.
As soon as I heard the dude talking, I said, they not doing this. Tell me they not doing this.
So we already know who's going to be in the next one.
I gave the loudest sigh in that movie theater, bro. Like, I was so upset. Yes, I know that's him. I know that's him, dude from Eternals. Mr. I want to take over everybody, because
he was dope in Eternals. So
he was dope in Eternals. I don't want there to be a casting. Why do we have to do Joker? Let the Joker be. Like, just leave the Joker alone for a very long time, bro.
Because that's what people want. That's
so you didn't want if they did a trilogy, you would be fine if Joker never.
No Joker. The Batman. Everybody talks about how great.
Cameo in the third of the series, because I know that
I don't want no cameo.
No, listen how it would happen. Literally, you would just see him at the end, and guess what? You get nothing.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to see him.
Be so sad. I'll be looking at everybody like, so you're mad that you don't get no Joker, right?
The best way to tease the Joker has already been done, and they followed it up with Heath Ledger when they left the calling card at the end of Batman Begins. If something like that happens at the end of this trilogy and we never get him, cool. Don't cast the Joker. I don't want to hear his voice. I don't want to hear his laugh. I don't want to see his hair, his outfit, his face. Nothing.
But you know what's so funny though? You don't like how we got it. Like I talked about it earlier. How we got it as kids. We got everybody. Give me Two-Face outside of him being in that hospital and everything happening like that. I want to see a real, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's so many. Everybody talks about
Two-Face. I'm like, I want to see that again.
No, I don't want to see that again.
Two-Face, not him. Not him. He's like 1,000 years old. But
I'm talking about the way he played the character. I don't want to see that again.
But I just want to see Two-Face actually be a villain, not just show up as Harvey Dent.
Give me Mr. Freeze. Give me Poison Ivy.
You know what?
There was a point where I thought that we were going to get Mr. Freeze when they were talking.
When they talked about below 40
below, yeah, like 40 below, or whatever. I was like,
it's like, bro, they talk about how extensive Batman's
catalog
villains are, and it's like you keep giving us the same ones. That's why I always say I prefer Spider-Man villains. I prefer Spider-Man villains over Batman villains, but that's a conversation for a different day. All I'm saying is just leave the Joker alone. Y'all were at the finish line and y'all tripped. Like, y'all were right there.
I'm with you on this. Like, dude,
not Reese campaigning. Please give me Poison Ivy.
Oh, hold up. I ain't say that. Come on now. I ain't that horny. I mean, it depends on who y'all get. Now,
Tyler, what were you gonna say?
Well,
that lady is.
I'm with Reese just in the sense that, like, dude, if I'm the director, if I'm making this movie, if I'm making a trilogy, if the number one, I know y'all are coming. It doesn't care. It does not matter who my villain is. It doesn't matter if you know or don't know Joker is going to be in this. You're coming to watch my movie. If your biggest complaint by the end of this is we never saw the Joker, I did the best job possible. You weren't complaining about my movies. You weren't. All you were complaining about was you didn't see the Joker. And like you're mentioning, we have so many good Batman villains. People like Saz. Why do I never see Saz? He and Joker, or he and Riddler in like the Asylum. That would have been a dope conversation.
Facts.
Why are we doing the same three over and over and over again? Also, side note, you're talking about it being a very horny movie. You throw in Zoe Kravitz with whoever Ivy's going to be, and people would go watch that shit.
I almost put a comment.
I'd probably turn for the people who's gonna catch this reference. For the people that's gonna catch this reference, if they do that movie, I'll probably turn out like Pee Wee Herman in that movie theater.
Oh, that's nasty. That's just real. That's real.
Y'all can't see me listening to the podcast, but I had to cover my face with both hands.
Please use that quote to promote the podcast, please.
And please make sure you get my that's nasty.
This man brought out the
so people can Google, be like, why is that nasty? I'm like, you gonna see.
I forgot we're old now, so like the young
Facts.
kids,
They don't even know who that is.
I mean, just the name, like, hey, you can't be calling yourself Pee Wee Herman and doing some stuff like that, man. Come on. Son.
Hold on. I gotta send Reese literally the face I made.
Oh man. All right, let me get back on track. There was like two other things I wanted to hit, and then if I missed anything, feel free to pull it up. The motorcycle scene. That was goofy too to me. The scene where he and Catwoman they're talking. I can't even remember where they were at a graveyard or something.
Oh, my bad.
and then they leave, or she leaves first, and then he leaves behind her, and he like catches up to her on the motorcycle. And
I was confused.
What was that about?
I was like, are they going back to his place? Are they dipping off? Like, what's going on here?
No, that was a pretty sad scene.
That was not sad.
No. Let me tell you why.
All right.
Because he did look in his rear view and he thought about it.
Yeah, he looked in the rear view at her going the other way, like, bro, what is happening?
He was thinking about it. He was like, you know what?
He
stopped for a second. He was like,
I literally put motorcycle scene.
It's like when you graduated high school and that chick who always tried to give you something, you never took it. But then when y'all finally graduated and you know you're never going to see him again, it's like, probably should have did that.
That's exactly what it was. That's why I put LOL in my notes, like, because he was like, "Dang, I probably should have." He said, "It's been a minute since I've been out the house. Like, I probably should have went through with that just once."
Because she said, "You and me." So that's why he stopped. He said,
But like, she left and then he caught up to her. I was like, "Is he about to say something to her?" Like, what's
exactly.
going on?
He sped up.
Then I was like, is he just showing off? That was like, is he just showing off? Like, what is happening here?
No, he thought about it. That's what I'm saying. He thought about it.
Tyler, you have any thoughts about this motorcycle scene? I need you to weigh in.
No, my only thoughts are I don't ever want to do a podcast ever again that doesn't have y'all on it. Reese is cracking me up. Those my
Look, man, all I'm saying is when I come on here, sometimes I don't know what to say out of my mouth, but when you got me and Shad, it's like he feeds off of my we go bounce off each other.
This next Bel Air review is gonna be crazy. I already know. I already know. Just based
Oh yeah,
on
we got a lot to
after,
talk about.
after
Just
the
in
last
5 and
3
6.
episodes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be crazy.
we gotta wait for this next one. I can only imagine how crazy it's gonna get. The only other thing I wanted to say, you mentioned post credits. I was told there was no real post credits, but that there was like a hint to the Riddler coming back, and then they actually created a website you can go to and solve.
And that's
riddles.
the sucky part. That's why I said I want to mention this.
Okay.
Because yes, I tried to take a picture of it as fast as I could, and for some reason they did it so good. I took a live picture to maybe play it back, and I can't play it. It just keeps loading up. I'm like, why is it doing that? Like it literally, like I still have it. It says goodbye, ? Then the question mark comes up, and then it shows a website. And I still can't pull up the website.
All right, I'm gonna send y'all the link. There's a article that has the link to the website, and again, they're doing like daily riddles on there that you can like actually solve yourself. So I'm gonna send this to each of you guys.
Unless these riddles are gonna guarantee me that the Joker is not in the next movie, I don't care.
You might be able to add.
And you know what pisses me off more?
Input.
I heard news that Matt Reeves was like Mr. Freeze for the sequel. Now I'm thinking that the Joker being in this was a WB thing.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
They're like, yo, you have to put the Joker in here somehow.
You could just tell it didn't really fit.
It did not fit at all. And obviously, something we didn't mention, the fact that he's in Arkham Asylum hints that he has had an encounter with the Joker before.
Right.
So.
Well, most of the villains that are in the Batman universe should be there. So we'll see.
Yeah, I definitely would love a Mr. Freeze. It would make sense if Penguin's running the club still, that maybe Mr. Freeze comes in as a partner of some sort. I don't know how they're going to do it. But then I need him in the 40 Below club at some point. Like, that's just too perfect.
Is there an argument to be made maybe that we don't ever actually see Joker? He's never actually in these movies, but they end each one of them with something, like maybe he's kind of quote unquote running things from behind the scenes in Arkham. Like if that's the case, I can live with that. I just don't want to see it. I just like, you know what I mean?
Joker.
I just rather his presence not be there at all, personally.
I feel that. I'm with
you. Suicide Squad tried to give you that. Like basically he was, again, a mob boss type character, except he was just flashy with the grill and all that stuff.
I don't even know what you're talking about. That never happened. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Man, the same man that was in House of Gucci was Joker.
The Suicide Squad erased that first movie. We don't even know. That first Suicide Squad movie is now Dragon Ball Evolution. We don't speak on it.
But that was another situation where they unnecessarily brought.
You go do Big Willie stuff.
They unnecessarily brought the Joker in. Like he didn't add anything to that movie.
I will say though,
whatsoever.
It gives us Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, and I've waited for Harley Quinn my whole life, so I can't complain too much.
No, they just wanted to give Common a check.
My bad. You right. You right. We did get Harley Quinn from that, and she was good. And Captain Boomerang, who they decided to kill in the second one, but let's not.
We could have had Harley Quinn without the Joker.
You cannot have Harley Quinn without the Joker.
Well, to your point, we got Birds of Prey, which has, I mean, she mentions Joker 1,000 times in Birds of Prey, but that movie was dope, and we don't get Joker.
But that's our man.
But I'm saying we
maybe I'm in the minority. But Birds of Prey is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
I enjoy.
You're not in the minority. You got a whole following with you, my boy.
I enjoy a lot of things about that movie. I enjoyed a lot of the action. I enjoyed a good bit of the action.
It was decent.
I thought the action in Birds of Prey was really good.
I was with a group of friends and I almost fell asleep.
That's why you were with the group of friends. The group of friends force you. If everybody ain't feeling a movie when y'all go together, it helps. It's hard to enjoy the movie.
Yeah, I guess.
No, you're making points. That's fair.
So I that's why part of the reason I like going by myself, because I don't want to have to worry about somebody else's enjoyment.
See, the four of us are obviously very nerdy about movies. The four of us could go to a movie together and we'd be cutting up the entire time and missing stuff. Like that's just how that would go.
There would be a lot of talking in the theater. I could definitely see that. Any other thoughts? Anybody needs to get off before we let Reese go to work? I feel like I've covered everything I wanted to hit. Shad.
Yeah, once you gave me the website to the the website to the end scene, I'm pretty much good now. That was the only thing I had left.
Okay, all right. So that's why you were asking about the end scene. All right, Reese, anything you need to add?
Nah, really, nothing.
All right,
really.
Tyler.
I had a mini little rant. That's cool, but if I don't have time for it, I don't have time for it.
Have at it.
Like some of the foreshadowing is just super. Like I said, I feel like this movie did not I've said nothing but positive things so far, and in hindsight, my review isn't. If you ask me my 1 to 10, it's like a 6 maybe. Like it's not this amazing movie in my opinion. It is in a lot of ways, but it just subtlety. I can't say that word apparently. Was not its strong suit. One, we got the rat with wings thing 11 times. It felt like, and the first time they said it, I'm like, "That's a bat." Why do y'all not know
Exactly.
that's a bat?
I was so confused by why they were acting like they didn't know that was a bat. Like everybody knows that.
Also, so maybe I only noticed this because I lived in Galveston for a little while, and we would literally drive the seawall. That's kind of a big deal, and I feel like they mentioned the seawall. Maybe I was just noticing it because seawall. I don't know, but I noticed it 3, 4, 5 times in the movie. I'm like, y'all know some flooding or something's coming, right? Like there was just multiple things like that I thought were very, and I don't know. It's somewhere between like you don't want to talk down or like dumb it down for your audience, but at the same time, maybe I watch more movies than most people, so I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like
I missed that foreshadowing. They mentioned it before he talks about his big plan.
Pretty well, we see him drive down the seawall pretty early in the movie.
Okay, yeah.
And then there was at least 1 or 2 other, and again, maybe it was
they did show a lot of shots
right
of the seawall. Okay.
I did think their version of Gotham was super dope though, like we mentioned earlier. I thought it was really well shot and all that, so I don't want to have too many complaints. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie and I love talking about it with y'all, but
6 out of 10 is rough.
See, that's not for me though. 6 out of 10 for me is like, I mean, I've told you my scale, and I don't want to go too deep into it, but 6 out of 10, that's pretty high. Like, I mean, for me, that's pretty high.
All right, Reese, you got a rating?
Well, your rating, I'm gonna do my rating for like your podcast, and so you do like out of 5, right?
Yes, out of 5 with halves.
Okay, so I would get it 4.5 out of 5.
Ooh, okay. Shad?
I know I was going 4 out of 5.
4, okay. I think I'm in that 4 to 4.5 range myself. I haven't decided which one I want to go with yet. I'm gonna let it marinate a little bit longer, but I'm probably gonna end up at 4.5. I'm leaning towards 4.5. I'm trying to think of what my flaws would be. And I think I told Tyler, I don't think I got, this is the first movie I've talked about with you guys on it. But I told Tyler I kind of changed up how I did my scale to where I'm now going to try to measure things through 5 different things. 1, overall entertainment value out of 5. Did it keep me on my toes? Like, was I having to figure things out as they happen? Was I figuring things out way ahead? Like knowing where the movie was going to go. So I definitely think it's doing well on both of those. Did I emotionally connect with something or someone? I don't know if it got me on that one. Did it do its job? I think so. And then was there an X factor? And I think there was definitely some X factors here. So I'm going to look at those 5. I think the emotional connection is the only one that I'm going to probably knock it on. And that might actually get it down to a 4. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be 4, 4.5, somewhere in that range.
Y'all got me feeling really bad about my 2.5, 3 now. I feel like maybe the Joker really ruined it for me. Because like you said, that was a really fun movie. And like the more I talk about it with y'all, in hindsight, I feel like if I hadn't given it a grade yet, the way we're talking about it, I'm enjoying it. Like I probably would have given it higher in hindsight, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I try to let it marinate a little while, because I don't want to be given too high a grade. And then I also want to like make myself critique it and hear what some other people's thoughts were to see if it points out something that I overlooked.
Yeah, but no,
I will say
also
this.
thing is too. Oh, go ahead.
It's one of the best superhero movies I've seen in the past 10 years.
Damn.
Not the best, but one of the best.
Like top 5, top 10.
I'm leaning back because I was like, yeah, after Wonder Woman 84 and
top 3.
Going back to 2012, you said
like some nasty
years. Top 3, like, you know,
bad movies came out, and then
top
this
5,
one,
top 5 or top 3, like Logan, Infinity War, Winter Soldier. Yeah, those are the only ones in competition.
What year was Winter Soldier?
2014.
Okay, so yeah, that fits that 10.
Logan was one of my favorites, so
Logan was dope. Logan actually got a tear out of me. I ain't even gonna lie. I watched that one in Dallas actually. I
loved Logan because that was based off the Wolverine sagas, which I actually own those. So I was very excited for that because I was like, finally, they got to tell it like how it is in these comic books right here. So I thought,
What's
that's why
the theater in
there.
Dallas with like the recliner, the couches and whatnot?
That's not Alamo.
It wasn't Alamo. It was like a bigger. It was
it the IMAX joint?
It was like off to itself. Like it was definitely like kind of
Sinopolis.
That might be it. I don't know.
There's a Victory Park.
I think it might have been IMAX. There was like when you walk in, there's like they had like a bar theater thing in the background. I saw like there was a theater where you like literally there's a screen and like you can stand around.
Talking about Sinopolis. Yeah,
I don't know, but I got taken out there and I was impressed. I do this thing where I say, you know, because I know I'm going to talk when I bring people on. I want to make sure the review is shorter than a movie. Now, this movie gave us a lot of wiggle room. It's like 2 hours 100%. And 45 minutes. So I think we're good. We still got 2 hours in. I'm actually impressed. That we got 2 hours in because I thought I was trying to move. I thought I was moving quick, but we apparently not.
No, not necessarily. Once I realized you was going damn near scene by scene, I was like, yeah, we won't be here for a minute. I'm going to let them rock out.
I mean, you got to make sure you hit all the major points.
Look, because when Reese brought up, like, Shad's the one that's going to basically hit scene by scene, I said, this time it wasn't me. I told you.
It might have been Sinopolis. That's the first one that comes up, by the way. Yeah. All right.
I'm just going to warn Reese right now.
Uh-oh.
Don't plan anything for that Bel Air day. Don't plan
anything. You just gotta let me know what day we doing it.
Guys, I appreciate you coming on. Any plugs on the way out? Anything coming up for you guys that you want people to know about?
Man, I'm not gonna get the same spiel because I'm literally about to get the same spiel when we do a Bel Air. So
okay,
yeah, you know, Shad vs. Smiles, Uncle Urban. You know, Shad Miller 13. Everybody campaigning for for sending Mark Cuban to hit me up.
Oh my God.
Appreciate y'all.
No comment. Tyler, anything you got coming up?
Yeah, man, just same normal stuff. Y'all follow me on Twitter at Tyler_Lennon the podcast, Lennon Closet Podcast, and then all my work with Chad's Media. We been broadcasting games, and we've been getting so many more views than I would ever thought. Like we've been getting like over thousands of people watching us broadcast basketball games. That's so dope. Y'all check us out. More than anything, dude, I want to say again, thank y'all so much, Biz. It's always a pleasure getting to work with you. Shaw, I've never gotten to work with you before. I appreciate it. And I'm so sorry I made y'all late. The listeners don't know that, but man, I feel so bad about it. I'm really, really sorry. Thank y'all for bearing with me today, man.
You know what's so funny? Like I know, like Tyler does follow me, but I bet 100 times out of 100. He did not know that I'm a podcaster / media person too, because I rarely talk about it.
I was saying you gotta get just. I mean, I know I'm bad with self promo. I think I post like one link and never follow up.
I am really bad with it.
But yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen you post a link.
Nah, it's not on my IG.
I thought I was bad.
Yeah, you literally got like if you don't look at my bio, you will never know.
All right, folks, that's been it. Thank you to Shad. Thank you to Reese. Thank you to Tyler for coming on. This was a lot of fun. I will definitely have to do it again one of these days. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Batman. Again, I'm not the biggest Batman person. I'm not the biggest comic book Batman especially person, but I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I think even if you aren't a fan of comic book movies at all, you can enjoy this movie for what it is. As a crime thriller on top of everything else. So with that, peace.